Hi everyone, welcome back to another story time. Woo! I know I've been gone for so long, but I posted a video saying that this might be my last story time, but here I am. फिर आ गया तुम लोगों के सामने बेशरम कहीं के. But yeah, anyway. So today's story time. I don't know. I feel so nervous. It's been so long that I've not spoken in front of my camera. Yeah, spoken in front of my camera. It's been so long that I've not talked in front of camera for so long. So, थोड़ा nervousness तो होता है ना, थोड़ा कुछ ऐसा. And also, if you are a new viewer and if you are watching me, please keep aside, and if you like the story, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down, please. Comment lots of things. So this story time, this happened August last week ko, and after that I have not been posting any story time. September I have not posted. I've posted only one video only one video क्योंकि बहुत कुछ हुआ था. Let's get into it. So before getting into the story, I would like you to know that this was not the first time that this happened to me. This was not the first time that I had a panic attack. I usually consider myself as a very bold person, or mehu. I'm bold. I'm a very bold person. Like, मुझसे नहीं होता कि ये सब की, though I might not be the most courageous person, I can never sit with something that is not me, that is not right to me. Like, if I believe that I am this, if I know that I am this, if मुझे नहीं होता कि ऐसा pretend करो, like ऐसा, adapt कर लो. I cannot, even if I might try, for some time. Like, my real self, it comes out, and I am not comfortable with pretending. So I have always been bold and vocal about my sexuality. I've always been bold and vocal about what I like. It's not that, me, like, पहला तो ऐसा होता था, पर अभी तो नहीं. Like, it's not that if I tell this and if I do this, like, if I am being myself, people will get offended, or people would not like me, people would not accept me. Like, I don't do that. Like, I am very vocal about what I like and what I am. So, and then many people have problems with that. बहुत सारे लोग को उससे बहुत problem है. So, yeah, that is like one of the good things that I consider, and also I know that it's not good because people around me, especially my family, my parents, my siblings. So this story time this panic attack has a lot to do with my parents as well. So even before this incident happened, when I first started my YouTube, and it was growing very slow and all these things, for fame, for attention, and for my truth, I made a video about like my coming out video. So after making that video, it was getting a lot of views, but it was not getting likes. People were commenting hateful things. People saying, "Repent! You are going to hell. Jesus is coming." Those comments did not really bother me. I mean, it did like triggered something in me, but it did not bother me at all. So it was growing, and then I was getting kuch subscribers mil raha tha. I don't know. Like, if you guys have been here since day one, you would know that I deleted that video. The reason why I deleted that video was, I talked about it in my previous YouTube video ki मैंने इसको क्यों delete किया. So I'll tell it again. बार-बार बोलूँगी. I deleted it because some people from my village, the people who goes to the same church as my dad, and there are some people who does not really like me or my dad. So they kept forwarding that video, my video, in WhatsApp groups that they were in. They kept, forwarding, circulating where my dad was, and they were saying, "Tumhara bacha aisa hai, your son is like this, like that." So, like, my dad, he did not tell me anything, but my mom was the one who approached me, and she was telling me that people are saying this and that. Your dad is not like eating well, aisa kya kya. My dad never says anything. So, like, I felt so bad that I just felt so bad, because no matter what I do, because of because of my truth, my dad is getting shamed, or if he's facing all these things, I don't want him to feel that way. So I deleted the video. So I don't know, just people the place that I am from, people have so much problems with me being who I am. When I was growing up, they would tell me, why are you so girly? Why are you a girl? Why tu aisa kyun hai? Ye bhenjot. Or now when I am finally starting to accept myself, when I have finally accepted myself, when I'm talking about my truth, when I'm talking about what I am and who I am, they have problem with that. Now they are coming and telling my dad, telling me like, repent, Jesus. So, you know, it has, people has a lot of problem. And also one part of the problem is that in this story time there is a lot of power dynamics. So if possible, I'll show a chart here. So there are these people out here in that, you know, in that hierarchy, and then there are these like corrupted people but well off, and then there are these normal people who are like they are somehow well off, and then they are corrupted by, you know, they are influenced by the money of these people. And here is my dad and my family, who has a decent job, who like not causing trouble to anyone, or not, you know, corrupting, or not, you know, eating money from anywhere, like with a decent job, and then with decent kids who scores decently. And then here are the people who are below, but still then, you know, they will talk about, because they have no knowledge, they have no education, they are just faced, they are just, you know, they are just blown away, you know, पैसा के लिए ये लोग कुछ भी कर देगा. So they are that people. So yeah, so I don't want to brag about myself, or I don't want to say anything, but you know, because of this hierarchy, I'm from the third one, and then the upper ones, you know, like their sons, their daughters, some of them are not even studying, some of them have graduated, but they have never achieved anything in life. But academic wise, my family, my dad, he is not so well educated, but still then, he made us learn in such a way, you know, he made us focus on our education, you know, sent us to good schools, so that we can, you know, we can become something. So here, and I have always, and my siblings, we have always done well in our academics, all over this hierarchy. From this place, no one has ever, you know, scored higher marks than me. I've always been the one, you know, scoring the highest in every exams, you know, comparing all of these people from the place that I'm from. I've always done better than everyone else, you know, exceptionally better. So people have problem with that too, you know. When there is all this event, you know, felicitation and all that, they'll come and say to my face that, oh, you have done so well. They will, you know, show all these things, and behind my back, you know, they will talk. So that is the reason why, you know, academic was really important to me, because that is the only way that I can, you know, make my dad feel proud, and shut people's mouth that I am better than them, or I am, you know, I'm just doing better than them. Like, despite of all the situation that we face, I am better, despite of how I am, how I act, how I dress, how I talk. I have something greater than you. So that is the reason why I have been focusing on my academics my whole life, and still now. You might still say, you know, people think that ye to Shillong jaकर, you know, daru pi raha hai, ye bhenjot kar raha hai. And then people think that since I'm doing YouTube, you know, in my YouTube I just do, you know, ye abhadar cheeze bolta hai, ye this and that, but I'm still doing a lot better than all of them in my academics, and I'm very aware of that. I'm not just saying this out of this for this story time, or, you know, just blowing my own trumpet, but I know that, because I compare and contrast, but I know that. So they think that, I come to Shillong, I'm not like studying, I'm not focusing on my academics, I'm drinking all day. I do all of that. I have time for enjoyment, and I know what and when to do what. So I've been doing all of this. So there was the whole scenario behind that. Now, before the August last week, I uploaded a story time wherein, you know, I have mentioned about this, you know, school wherein I had this toxic friend group where I used to run away and all these things. And I did not say that I only ran away from hostel. I clearly mentioned that I had suicidal tendencies, because I did have suicidal tendencies at that time, a lot. I was really not in a good state. So I do that because of that. But people fully ignore that, because for them mental health does not matter. For them what matters is that I ran away from hostel. I'm bitching about these people. I'm bitching about these people. I'm not even bitching. I'm just telling what happened. This is my story time. This is my platform. This is my story time to talk whoever I want, to talk about whoever I want to. This is my personal space. So I did that, and because of that story time, that one of my circle, or like from the previous school, he called me and he was like, he did not say anything bad. He was like, how are you? What are you doing? And I just came to know about your story time, and I was like, if I did anything, or if the other staff did anything wrong for that you felt that way, like we really are sorry, but we just wanted the best for you. And I know that they wanted the best for me, that sir. But I also told him that, sir, like as much as good memories I had, like the bad memories, it overweighs the good memories. So I had to talk about it, and this is my personal space. And also I did not only do, like I also did it for fame at the same time. But my intention was not to defame that school or anything. Like I also did it for fame, and I also did it for my own, because this is my own platform. I did it for fame, and this is my platform, so I can talk about like whatever I want to talk to and what I face, because you are not facing the same thing that as I am the one facing them, so I have the right to speech. So I said all that to sir, to that sir, and then we had a very good conversation, and we ended like the call. So that was it. But after that, after that conversation, I went back, and then the days went by. It was okay, but now subconsciously I was starting to feel something like why and all that, and I was like getting into a very bad shape and very bad mental health. So after that thing, the next day I had my internal test for I think existentialism. I had my existentialism paper the next day for internal test. The test was to be conducted at 8. So that night, I couldn't sleep. I was feeling so restless and all these things. So not a good thing, not a good advice. But I decided to go and drink beer. So I called this friend, and we went and we drank beer, and then we came back. And then one thing, that after I drink beer, I get a very good sleep. Like सब कुछ अच्छा हो जाता है. I don't think about anything. This like completely, I am not stressed at all, and I get a very proper sleep. Or else if I am not doing that thing, I have to take other medications in order to sleep. So I drank, and I did not want to take other medications, because if I take that, I will sleep for hours. I wouldn't wake up for the next day. I drank beer, and I came and I slept. I set my alarm, but the next morning I couldn't wake up. Like I woke up, the test was at 8:30. I woke up at 8:15. So there was just 15 minutes left. And even if I take Rapido, or even if I take anything, I wouldn't be able to reach, because by walk it takes 30 minutes. By Rapido, car, and all these things, it takes around 20 minutes. So in no way possible I can reach. So, but still then I have to go and give that paper, because that paper was very interesting. It's my favorite paper, and then I really like the professor, and I did not want to disappoint the professor. So I got up, I dressed, makeup laga liya, kuch aisa. But I blended this side on my face, this side blush blend. I blend my blush, but this side I did not blend. And I just went out, and like at that time, I posted this thing on my Instagram, and I think some of you guys know that, because there was no storage in this phone handshot, and I had to delete everything. I have to delete my Apple ID, and after deleting my Apple ID, my email was not working. I couldn't log into YouTube. I couldn't use my GPay. So in GPay I had some money, but I couldn't use it, and I had no cash. So but I have to take Rapido. I have to take some mode of transportation, but money. So I was like, whom do I ask now? Like I can't even call my friends and ask, because even if I ask, they will send it to my account. But I cannot use that account, and I can't even use my own money, and I don't have an ATM card, and then so I just went that in hope that I'll find something, or I'll find someone. So I went, and then there was this early morning, because in Shillong, like the shop opens very late. You'll find everything open by after 12 or by 12. So I went to this shop that was opening. There was this uncle, and he was like, uska first morning ka sale bhi like nahi hua. Like there was not even one person. And these shop people have these things, these shopkeepers have these things that they have to sell something and then they have to sell something first in the morning, and before that they can't use that money, or they can't give what do we call that, credit things. They हिंदी और नागामीज में क्या बोलता है उसको, धार नहीं दे सकता, और या बाकी नहीं दे सकता. Yeah, so like, but still, then I was like, uncle, please, I'm getting late for my exam. Please, uncle, please give me 100 rupees, because Rapido is 100 rupees. I don't know why they charge so much from Nong Tamai to like San Anthony's, Don Bosco Square. So I was like, uncle, please, I'm getting late for my exam. Please. And uncle was like very hesitant, but he did give me, and I'm so thankful, uncle. Thank you so much. He gave me 100 rupees, and I was like, I'll come back and give it to you, uncle. I'll come back and give it to you. And I indeed gave him back, okay? So I rushed, and I went, and I wrote the exam. The exam was 8:30. I reached around 9 something, but the professor was so generous enough that I could write this exam. And I did write the exam, and I came back, and I was like feeling so low, like, the atmosphere was just not giving the vibes. Like, I was not feeling okay, like, it was not good, it was not okay. I called my friend, so there is this one friend, let's name her A. So I called A, and I was like, because A is that kind of person that if I go here, if I'm saying let's die together, let's jump off the cliff, let's jump off the building, she will jump off with me. So I called A, and I was like, A, I'm not feeling really good, like, let's go out to Amigos, let's go out to this, like, let's go out and grab some beers, like, let's just have fun, to have something to ourselves. And she was like, yes, I'm getting ready, come on now, come. We met, and that day I was also to meet my friend, my senior Akam. So Akam is this person who I respect a lot, and who have guided me a lot, since I came to Shillong, and being this queer person, not feeling comfortable, but he was the person who gave me the confidence that not everyone is like that. You have to shine, you have to bring out your inner self, and you have to just impress people with your personality. But despite of all that, I was not able to impress people with all of my personality, all of my amazing qualities. People hated me when I showed my amazing qualities to them. So, but still, then Akam's advice were not bad. He really guided me, and he was really good to me. So I was like also planning, like Akam and some other friends were also planning to come. Even one of our friends called C. Two of us went together, and then our friend C, she came, and then later on Akam was coming. So before Akam could come, all the things happened. Okay, so before Akam come down, I was having some personal problems as well. Like I was fighting, So doing all the things, I was already so stressed. And I think I had 2 bottles of beers, and then I one more thing, I don't know what was that. So I was already tipsy, and then I put my phone on silent mode, and my parents were already calling me, but I couldn't see because I was talking, I was talking to people, to my friends. I was talking to all, like, we were discussing heavy topics. So we were just discussing, and even my friend A, she was going through a lot of problems that time. She is also always going through some problems. So we were both together going through some problems. After I finished my conversation, she will bring up about issue. We'll talk. And then I was also like, Akam was coming. Akam was calling me, and I was about to go and take Akam. I saw my dad's cold, and I was like they have my dad had 7 missed calls. My dad, I missed 7 calls from my dad and 4 calls from my mom. So I tried to call my mom, but she was already sleeping, and I tried to call my dad, but he was not picking. So I just went and I took Akram, and then I was very stressed, I was telling him all this, that, and then we came back inside. After we came back inside, my dad was calling me again, so I went out, and then I had to take the call, and I took the call, and my dad was like, people are saying all these things. There is this person who is who is saying that he will fire an FIR against you because you spoke something about all these things. He is complaining now. And I was like, what? And I was not very stressed at that time because, I was only thinking from my perspective. I was like, they can't do all these things. I know the law. I'm a very well-educated person. I know what goes in and what goes out. How can they say all these things out and outside? And you don't worry much. Just sleep. And I cut the call and I went inside. Now I was drinking more and more, and I was stressed. And then I was telling Akam all these things, and I got more stressed because now I'm starting to think about my parents, because my parents will never say anything to me that they are going through this, they are facing this, they are having these problems, and then they're at this age wherein, a high blood pressure or a heart attack can, just, so I was like, everything was taking over my mind. I was getting so stressed. I went out again. I went outside to talk again, and I was like, I was panicking. So I was like, what? Like, it doesn't matter to me, but what my parents would think. Like, how would they feel that they are not even near me, but like people are saying this and that to him. And later on, I found out that was not the only first call. That person first called my mom, and then he called my dad, and he kept calling me. He kept telling them that your son is doing this and that. Yeah, bakchot kar raha hai, yeah, aisa, wo aisa. And we will put him behind the bars. We will fire an FIR against him. So I was like, Abhi full blown panic ho raha tha. And then I have to talk to my sir that called me the other day, because we had a very good conversation. And how can it was not making sense. So I went out, but I couldn't even type. Akram came out and he was like helping me type. I was telling him, write this, write that. And I sang a long ass paragraph to my sir. And sir replied, and sir even called me. Sir, he called me and he was like, no, it's nothing like that. We don't have any that kind of intention. And only that person that give us the name of that person. Give us the name of that person who called your parents, because we never want any harm from that. We never initiated any of this. We never said anything. We never said that we will fire an FIR against you or your parents. So this person is full on, bluffing. So I was like, okay, sir. But still then, after sir confirmed, even my principal texted me and I was like, ma'am, and all this thing. And ma'am was saying, no, it's not such thing. Yes, indeed, we feel bad that you are our student and you are like you are talking about it that way. But we have never said anything against your parents, and we did not initiate any sort of FIR against your parents. And then this person, but still then I was having a panic attack, and then Akam went inside, and I was like, I went to this garage, I went to this parking lot, not garage, I went to this parking lot, and I was like crying and all these things. And I called this person that I thought would understand me, and that person was like, Hanchot, the world does not revolve around you. Get a grip of yourself. I'm not coming for sympathy, or I'm not coming for any kind of it's okay and all these things. But I was at least expecting an it's okay, like that everything is gonna be fine. But that person told me that the world does not revolve around you, mother. Now I started to cry more. I started to I would attach these things. Even when I was crying, I was recording myself that for story time. At the time, story time was on my mind. I already told that I want to story time and all that, but I was like story time, so I have to cry, record myself for proof. Purpose. So I was in the garage, and when I started crying more and more, I was thinking more and more about my parents. Ki aisa, ye log, ye log to innocent hai, ye log to aisa hai, why people are doing all these things to them. I started having a panic attack, a full-blown panic attack. Mera saas chal rahi thi, I can't breathe, and all these things. And then this person came, there was this coffee shop nearby, and this person came and he tapped me on my shoulder, and I was like, kya bhaiya? And he was like, you can't cry here. You can't sit here on here. You should go back. And I was like, bhaiya, please don't already 5 minutes ke liye. And he was like, he eye rolled and he went back. And I was like, still crying. बहुत रो दिया मैंने उस रात. I was crying, and I don't know what happened. What happened when I was crying? And then when I checked the time, because I cried so much that when I went back, everyone left. There was no bag. There was new the table that we were sitting on. There were new bags. There were new orders, and I was like, where is my friends? Did they invite someone new? And I went and I searched for them. And I called my friend A, and then she went back to her place because we'll get there. And she was like, we already left. We thought you left. You were missing. You went missing for 2 hours. We searched for you everywhere. We called you, but we couldn't. You did not pick our call. So I thought that, okay, you just come out and let's just go back to my place. Let's just meet me there. Let's meet there. No, let's just go to my place, because in this condition I can't go back. I will overthink and I'll march on. So she came back, and then I went halfway to take her, and then we were and so now we were talking about all these things. And then when I was crying, she was getting beaten by some people, some girl, some bitch inside the bathroom. If I were there, So because this bitch out of nowhere, she came and she hit my friend. Like, how is that? So even she was getting into a lot of problems. So we went back, and then the next morning, all these things, I called my parents and we talked again. And my dad was saying that really okay that you do a YouTube thing, doesn't matter, but just stop doing all these things, like stop talking about all these things, because like people say this and that. My dad said that, and after my dad said that, my heart dropped, because like the only person who supports me now is saying that I should not do this, I should not do story time. So I felt very disappointed. I feel very but I felt really bad for them as well, and I did not want them to see that, because in this story time, it's my personal space. Like I keep on telling again and again, this story time is my personal space. I can talk about whoever I want to talk to. Do I use the name of those persons? No. So everyone has their personal experience, and everyone have the right to talk about what they experience. So I don't know, people talk that I keep bitching about the people in my story time. Yes, I'm bitching. Yes, I'm bitching. But I'm bitching and I'm getting money. And I'm not using their name. I can use their name and defame them so bad. But I'm not doing that. And then, in order to, I cannot just post something very, very mundane or very something, and, just expect fame overnight. So this, even if you consider me a very narrow-minded person, I don't care, because I need money, I need fame at this stage, at this point. I'm already 20 and I need money, I need fame. I have to do something in this economy. I have to do something to support myself. So I'll do story time again and again until I reach this peak where even I post anything, people will be ready to consume it, or I can do whatever. Because if I start talking about philosophy, if I start talking about deep things, will you guys be still able to get yes, girls, slay queen and all that? No, you guys won't do that. You guys will just unsubscribe, or you guys will just stop watching. And views matters. So no matter what controversy I cause, I'm getting something out of it, and that is the only way to survive this fandom. Like not saying that in order for the fame I'll go and murder someone. I'm only talking about things that happen to me. So that is the only thing that matters. Okay, so coming back to, so story time is my only mode of survival, and everyone noticed that I only get more views when I do story time. I only get more AdSense when I get story time. One story time, it covers 1 month. There's this YouTube AdSense things wherein I have to reach $100. So with one story time, I reach around $80 and all that. So I have to just post another video so that I can get my YouTube monthly payment. So I have to do story time. So that is the only thing. So now coming back to that person, let's name that person P. So this person P is someone from the same place as I am, in this hierarchy, in the top hierarchy. So this person, he don't have anything to do. He has, he is doing something that is respectable, but I don't respect that. I don't respect what he's doing, because I know what goes in and what goes out. So this person doing all these things, he is a grown man with family, with kids, and coming for me, that is so, I don't know, creating all these, saying all these gimmicky things, I just don't, I don't respect you. So this person, he just found my channel, he watched my videos, he don't subscribe. He watched my videos, and I think he had some personal beef with who I am and with how I present myself, with how I talk. So the only thing that he can get to, for me to shut down my YouTube channel was to go to my parents. So he did that. So cheap. Panjot. So that is the only thing that he could do. So he did that. And that is how all this, there was no anything from legal thing or anything that from that school, from that my principal, from all these things from the previous school. They did not say any of that sort. He was the one making all this up, telling my parents, calling my parents कि तुम्हारा बच्चा ऐसा अभद्र बातें करता है, so not very professional, banjot, bitch, sala. So yeah, that was but I had, because I really feel for my parents, I had a full-blown panic attack and all that, and that was the reason why I stopped posting, for a while. And I had so many, second guessing, so many questions, like whether I'm doing story time for all these things, and I'm not doing story time like bitching and all these things. You guys like it, you guys will entertainment. This whole purpose, like entertainment and stories and all these things. And if you are learning something good from it, be influenced. If you're not learning something good from it, don't be influenced, just watch, be a spectator in watching and learning. You watch something and you learn. You not learn, but you get to know something, right? Even if it's a very boring ass content. If it's a boring ass content, you watch something and you realize that it's a boring ass content. You are knowing something that, and then you go and look for more deeper content. You go and look for more, content that you relate to or relate more, like you relate to. That is how this process of thinking and analyzing works. You just don't do all these things. So if you are watching and you are getting any good out of it, okay, fine. But if you're not, then don't watch. Don't say anything stupid. I'll do whatever I want to do. Like, not I'll do whatever I want to do, but I'll do, for the sake of my employment, for the sake of my YouTube, for the sake of my viewers. So, but yeah, that was the reason why I did not post for so long, and I did not wanted to post because I don't want to, cost my parents anything. And I'm doing this now because, I'm over it, and maybe, I have to speak my truth, because when I first started YouTube, I realized that what I am signing up for, so I know what I'm doing, and I know I will get there. And regarding to all these people watching me, with the same mentality as that guy, or with the same mentality that, condescending mentality, or with all these, homophobic things, I'll be someone. I'll make something out of myself, and when I get there, you out. I'm gonna hold this power wherein I'll cut you off. I'll, get you rid of your job. I'll get you out of your job. I'll just do something very terrible. Just kidding. But yeah, I'll get somewhere. I'll be somewhere better than you. That is the thing that I can assure, because I know myself. I know my word. So this is the whole story time. I don't know if I did make any sense, but even if I did not make any sense, please do like, subscribe, and share, and comment down below, and support me. Subscribe more. I need more subscribers. I need it, and I'll keep posting again then. I'll grow more and more, and I'll get more views. Please do that. Thank you so much. Bye. Love you all.